Okay guys, if you watched my St. Patrick's Day faux cookie, you saw what I did to make the dough that we're going to be using today as well for our Easter faux cookies, which are going to go along with some other DIY faux desserts that I'm going to be making for Easter. So you're going to be seeing other DIY Easter goodies as well. So this is just one of them. So just to recap, 1 cup of salt, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of water, mix it into a bowl, knead it a little bit, put some flour on the area you're going to be rolling it, take your rolling pin, roll it out like you would any other cookie, take your cookie cutters, here's ours, and get a baking sheet ready. You'll preheat your oven to 170 for 3 hours. If it were me, I would check my oven every once in a while, and you'll be able to tell when they're done. They'll be a little bit golden color, and by feeling it, just kind of use your own judgment on your own oven. So, let's go ahead, roll some dough out, because I've already made my dough. Like I said, if you want to see the actual process, go back to my other video on making shamrock cookies. And then I show you the whole thing there. Okay, there's that. I'm going to get some more dough that I've already kept in a baggie so it wouldn't dry out. I'm going to mix it with this. And I think you just got to kind of experiment and see how thick you want them. Some I did thin, some I did a little bit thicker, and we'll just see in the process which ones we like better. Tulip, bunny face, put them with the rest of, I've got to move these around a little bit, guys. See? That's what I'm doing. And you can make these ahead of time too. And if you're, if you want to do these with your kids, you could have the dough made if you just want to have it done and just want to decorate, or, let them do it to see how to make them, whichever way. You want to do it. And then just get the stuff out, put the stuff in the bags, in your pastry bags, and let them decorate that. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven. I'll be back when they're done. Okay guys, they are a baking. You see them? Alright. Looks like they're almost done, and then we'll start decorating. I'm taking my lightweight spackle, acrylic paint, an old container that I use for this now, and this is the only thing I use it for, and I've mixed up some frosting, aka spackle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the pastry bag. Open star, I'm going to use the bigger tip. Okay. So I'm folding my bag down, making an opening. Actually, if you put this in a cup and just put this over a glass, it's easier. But I watched a video and it does work. If you make your hand into a C like this and you hold it, open it up, then scoop it in. And kind of drag it from the side. Kind of take your time getting this in, it pays off instead of trying to hurry, so it doesn't get all over the bag. You know what I mean? Up higher. Isn't that a pretty color? So springy, huh? Okay. Alright, let's start with this first. Got it in the bag. Now I'm just going to squeeze down there and twist. Get a good tight twist so it doesn't come back up. Okay, what I've done is I've just taken the star tip and did the top of the carrot. And I guess it's up to you how far down you want to go as far as the green part of the carrot. I think I'm going to go a little bit further. And you know what? I didn't even think to put a hole in these before I baked them, but that's okay because I'll just glue a string or a ribbon if I want to hang them instead of putting them on a plate. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's do one more here. Okay, what I did with this one, I'm just experimenting. I put a little bit of the spackle on, and now I'm going to see if it'll kind of adhere to it easier. Like I said, guys, we're learning together on this one. You just got to start messing with these tips, you know, and get your groove on. Get your groove on. I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to go straight up. So the key is not to go quite down on the cookie. You're letting the frosting just lay on it. Star tip is really, I think, a good tip for cookies. Let me fill that one in. Okay, I'll show you. Okay. I hope you can see that. I'm trying to look in the monitor. Shoot, I gotta turn off the camera and go find my orange. Dang. You know, you're not gonna believe what I found. I am not joking when I tell you this. This was when I used to make t-shirts for my kids. That's how old this is. Let's see if it still works. If this is still good, I am gonna be so impressed. Let me open it. Might just need to be cut. Oh my gosh, you guys, look, it's still there. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? Now this is fabric paint, but I'm assuming it's just an acrylic. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you wanted a really deep color of something using spackle, I have a feeling you have to paint it after. In other words, make this your base, but if you wanted a really dark, just say you wanted a really dark orange, I think you'd have to paint it after it's done. Because you're only going to get so dark when you have this white base to it. It's still going to make it pastel. Because if you keep going, the spackle is going to get too thin. So. And then to add to it, you'd have to add flour, which is white, which would bring, do you understand what I'm saying? It's going to bring it right back to more of this pastel-y. So if you're thinking you want darker colors, I think you're just going to have to paint it after it's done. I've got to cover more of this white. That is crazy. Crazy, guys. It's still perfectly good. That's great. So now we've made faux cupcakes, we've made faux ice cream, we've made a faux decorated full-size cake, and now we're making cookies. What else am I gonna do? Stick around and watch. Well, it seems to work just fine, you guys. So I think anything that has an acrylic base to it is going to be perfectly fine. Fabric, paint you use for wood or whatever. Okay, now I'm going to get it into the bag and I'll be back. Okay, orange is in the bag. Let's make some carrots. This is just a smaller just a tiny bit smaller star tip. Now, you could paint these if you wanted. I'm leaving them natural looking because I want it to look like a cookie. Now, to look like a real cookie, I guess you could have done a little bit of, I'll make it a little bit browner, you know. Make sure to keep this twisted. Got up a little bit more than I wanted it to, but it's okay. There's one. Okay, there's another one. Okay, what I'm going to do with this, I've just been decorating the bunnies with the star tip. And then I'm going to add an eye and add a little pink to the ears so it can define it a little more. But what I'm doing now with the tulip, I'm just using this tip. It's just like a pencil, kind of like opening. And I'm going to just outline this tulip and one of these Easter eggs, I think. So I'm just going to go around. I think you can see it. We're going to wrap this puppy up for the day, and I am going to do these little chicks with the star tip. Put a little bit on here. It seems to, it adheres better when you have something for it to hang on to, it seems like for me. Like I said, if you do these, you're going to find your own groove. Like anything else. And guys, if you didn't want to, you wouldn't have to decorate them. You could just do this or with some acrylic paint. Squeeze and let go. Yeah, it does better for me. Like you can see, it's hanging on to the cookie better. Okay, there it is so far. I'm not doing down here because I'm going to do the grass. And then I'll do just a speck of orange, even if it's a piece of paint. A piece of paint. A hit of the paint. Look at me, I have got spackle everywhere. That yellow is pretty, I like it. I really like that. I may just take the end of a paintbrush and do a little dot of black. There you go. There are 3 different ways I did the little checks. Guys, I'll be back to show you everything that I've done, and then I will, after this dries, I will go back probably either with a pink paintbrush and just paint in a little bit of the ears with some pink, and same with the eyes for the check. I think that's what I'm going to do there. Okay, I'll be back. Glad you guys are with me. Really like this closed star. It's really cute for small things. I want to get the open star, which is the one that I did the cupcakes with, in a small tip as well. It's funny, once you get your rhythm going, sometimes it'll stick like that, but it's weird, because once you get going, all of a sudden it works, and I don't know why. Now, I could leave that, because remember I put the green? That's kind of pretty, actually. That's kind of pretty. I really do like that. It's pretty. Very Victorian to me. Very nice. Oh, you didn't even get to see that. So now I don't know if I want to, you know what? Cute. Should I make the little nose out of this? What do you think? Well, that's cute. I'll do a pink tail for this. You need a tail, and then a pink nose right there. Okay. That's okay. Okay, so I think, guys, I think that's it. So I'll be back to show you. Okay, we decorated our cookies and they're dry. And guess what we're gonna do? We're going to glue ribbon onto the back, and we're gonna hang these on this Easter tree. And the green, and we're going to add. Now, the Easter tree is too big for me to be able to show you the whole thing, so once I'm done, then I will show you. So I'm just gonna take a piece of ribbon and glue it to the back of the ornament. Let's hang it and see how it looks. Okay, let's do another one, and then when I'm done with all of it, I'll come back and show you. Now, I could have kept these on a dish, but I want them to be displayed more than just that, you know? And on a tree, you can see them better. I want to make sure this is on good because I don't want this to fall because they would break. Okay, guys, I will be back as soon as I'm done putting all of this on the tree. Okay, I had to go in and take a picture, and I did it with my iPad, and the sound is awful. That's why I'm doing a voiceover. But here it is. Really pleased with it. I like the way everything turned out. Thanks for coming along with me. Until our next DIY. Remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that. Bye, guys.